Today we're talking all things online courses, and I am super excited to dive into this, and I hope you are ready to jump out of SEO land because we've been there for a bit and now we're going to get techie. Welcome to the Up in My Business podcast with me, Lex Lancaster, where you'll get an inside look at all things tech, business, and my life as a physical therapist turned digital operations expert. You'll hear all about my lessons as a business owner, the ins and outs of tech for your business, and more. From SEO, websites, and email marketing to automations, launches, and copywriting, I've got you. I'm so excited you're here. Let's dive in. Before we start today's episode, I'd love to highlight our show sponsor, Jane. Jane App is a clinic management software and EMR designed to help practitioners grow and manage their clinics. They do this with the helpful features like online booking, scheduling, billing, and documentation, and they are the best, let me tell you. Whether you're working solo or in a large multidisciplinary clinic, no-shows and late cancellations are something that every practitioner faces, and they can be super frustrating. Jane offers several tools to help you prevent and manage those no-shows, including the ability to save a credit card on file and send out automated SMS and email reminders, and they are truly a game changer. Learn more about Jane's helpful features at jane.app/payments. Listeners can also include a code LEX1MO, again it's LEX1MO, at the time of sign up for a 1-month grace period applied to your Jane account. Welcome back to another episode of Up in My Business. I am so pumped to be talking Kajabi courses, all the things today, and I hope that you're excited because I know we've been inside SEO land for the last month and a half ish, so jumping full force out of that, and we'll be jumping back into it, don't worry, but we'll be starting off with more tech and life stuff. So before we jump into the episode, as always, we're going to start with life and business updates because they're really fun and I know that people tell me that they enjoy them. So life updates. Happy April. I'm not going to give you any crazy April Fool's joke. I definitely toyed with the idea of opening up the podcast with being like, my business is closing and I'm done. But then I feel like it would just create a little bit more stir because people wouldn't keep listening. So I'm going to spare you with that April Fool's joke. So no April Fool's jokes over here, but March was such a great month. So it was my birthday month. Shantae obviously flawlessly delivered the best surprise ever with a trip to Joshua Tree. If you followed along, you saw that. She did a bunch of traveling. We played a lot of volleyball. I went to San Diego to hang out with Anna Hartman's crew down there during her mentorship live weekend. March was just really, really good. We got new things for the house, a couch, a popcorn maker. It's the best. Truly just loving furnishing the house month to month. And people keep asking when we're getting a tour. And I said it last week, like it's coming soon, but I genuinely have no idea when we're going to finish. So just liking furnishing the place, bit by bit instead of all at once. So stay tuned for that. But otherwise, I'm trying to think. April will be a great month. My parents are visiting for the first time. My mom has never been to California. My dad actually worked in San Clemente at the nuclear power plant way back when. So he actually lived out here for like 6 months on, 6 months off when I was younger. So he has been to Southern California, so he is looking forward to coming back. But my mom has never been to California, and I'm excited to show her the South Bay because it is so good here. So she'll be coming out, or they'll be coming out for a couple days. We are going to see Garth Brooks in Las Vegas this month, and I'm so pumped for that. It's going to be so good. We bought these tickets so long ago and we're sitting very, very close. And the way that he runs his concerts is you can't have phones and whatnot out. I'm not really sure like what the whole procedure is, but I think they give you like a box and you can't open it until you leave. I don't know. Either way, really excited for the experience. We've heard it. It's really good. And honestly, I'm just excited to see Garth Brooks. I never thought I'd be able to see him in concert. So cheers to Vegas. Really excited for that. SEO school. Yes, this is more of a biz update, so I'm going to wait to jump in that one. I'm going to talk about the car insurance really quick. Car insurance is such bullshit. So long story short, I'm 31 and I have driven since I was 15 really. 16. I've driven since I was 16 and have never gotten into an accident. Got into an accident last summer here in California because, I have never driven on a road with this many cars. Everyone is safe. Everything is fine. But now my car insurance is like through the freaking roof, which whatever. I don't have a car payment. So 'cause I paid off my Jeep this past year. But either way, my car insurance is like $1 gazillion for a 6-month premium. Like I don't even want to say the number out loud. And they sent me a bill this past week for $56 more per month. And I was like, I'm sorry, why do I have this random bill? So either way, like nothing happened, nothing changed. And now I have a random $56 bill that's going to be a monthly charge. And I'm like, do you really need to charge me more money? Like, I don't understand why. And why was I not told? So I am actually going to reach out because in January, car insurance, I don't know what their brokers, I guess, they weren't doing like new policies or writing new policies. So when I reached out, they were like, oh, we're not taking on new clients this time. We'll let you know. And I never got a call back, but I did find someone that I'm going to reach out to and see if they can shop around for some rates, because apparently if you enroll with a new company, I can get a prorated refund with my current one. But either way, what I'm getting at here is like, yes, I moved from New Hampshire to California, so my insurance is going to go up, but one accident and they did deem it was my fault because I rear-ended someone. Haha, I know, it's so ridiculous. I feel so stupid. But anyway, it was my fault. But anyway, so my insurance just skyrocketed. And I was like, this is so bad. And honestly, I would have rather paid for my car out of pocket than having to deal with this mess. But I digress. So anyway, car insurance sucks. And people who are telling me they had to re-enroll in their car insurance actually said that it's really bad this year. So I don't think it's just me. I think it's like a across the board thing. But either way, so there's my car insurance nightmare. Business stuff. At this time, because you're going to be listening to this tomorrow, today, right now, it's Easter Sunday. If you celebrate Easter, I hope you had a lovely Easter. It's in the afternoon. I am working with a logo designer for my business because I really want, so I don't believe, like if you take a step back, I've always designed my own logos. One, I liked logo design, 4 years ago. I thought it was really fun. I learned that I did not like to do it for other people, but I've always done my own logos because like genuinely, I use my name and I've always wanted like a clean, simplistic look. Like it's just my name. It's not that hard to design. I have the programs to do it. So I've always done my own logos. And the one thing that I felt like I was missing is like a stamp. So something that I can put on a t-shirt or a cup or, what have you. And I really wanted it to be colorful and fun. And I just couldn't come up with a way to link all of that stuff together. So I did hire someone. She hasn't sent me the mock-ups yet, like the initial mock-ups yet. I'm excited to see them. So I think by this time tomorrow, I should have at least the first draft of them because I met with her last Wednesday and obviously the holiday, and she's actually across the world. So her time zone is much different than mine. So it should be Monday by today, this afternoon. So we'll see if I get the first draft of those logos, but I'm excited. I wanted my specific ask, and like what I wanted was a logo that I can put on things. And one of the people that I drew a lot of inspiration from and like what I wanted to kind of get out of the experience was what Allison Tenney has created. So I really admire that Allison has a logo that she can put on a hoodie, and it's all about her pack and alpha and what have you. And if you haven't seen her branding, I do love how she has, one consistent, I'm going to call it like a logo type font for all of her programs. And I was like, I really just feel like I do this, but I don't have a logo that also does this. And so I kept seeing Allison stuff and I was like, I really just want to have apparel. I want to have this mark. And like Shantae has a really cool mark, obviously her M. And I'm like, I just want something like that. So hopefully that will be done shortly. I'm really excited to share it. And it's part of, obviously, my word of the year is elevate. So it's part of that, elevating the whole brand and experience and what have you. So stay tuned. We'll see. And it's step one of a bigger project that I'm doing as well. So we'll see where that goes. Also, I'm going to be hosting a spring cleaning website edition. I am pumped. I started writing the copy for those emails today. So I'm going to probably talk more about it in a couple weeks. I feel like it'll launch mid-April if I had to guess. But going to be doing like just an email challenge for spring cleaning your website. And it's going to be, I'm going to call it low cost. It won't be $10, but I don't think it's going to be $97. It's going to be a low cost challenge. And I'm going to have a prize and it's going to be fun. I want it to be something that I can obviously have now. And then I think what I'm going to do is, list it for a lower cost now. And if you get in now, it's X amount of money. And then obviously to incentivize action early, I'm just going to list it on my website for a higher price. So you can always wait and do it later, but I'm pretty excited for the whole thing. And I think it's going to be really fun. So I started writing that copy today and it's coming together really, really nicely. So if you're interested, just stay tuned. If you're on my email list, then you'll get notified. If you're not on there, I'll put a link to join in the show notes, but that's where I will be talking about it, as well as on Instagram. Lastly, let's do two things. So I also wanted to talk about my service that I offer. So someone had reached out and they were like, I don't want to do SEO school because I genuinely just don't want to do SEO myself. I just don't have any interest in it. I don't want to learn it. I don't have the time to learn it. Like I would much rather spend my time treating people, but I do want to capitalize on SEO. And for me, I'm like, I get it. If you genuinely don't want to do it yourself and you don't want to learn it, that's okay. And to that effect, I also have a service where I do done for you SEO. So I have two options. I have my SEO Signature Start and then I have my monthly retainer. My SEO Signature Start is essentially I set up the entire foundation of SEO, give you a 6 to 12 month content plan, and then essentially just let you run with it. Now, what this means is you have a solid foundation and I do all of the initial steps that you would need to do for SEO. I do it all in one day. And then you come to meet with me for a follow-up call. We go through all the things. We go through what's next for you and how to keep it up, and then all of the content creation piece. And you essentially have a checklist of things that you need to complete. And then we can also set dates to those things, goals, what have you. But I do all that stuff for you. Now, the other service is my monthly retainer service. Monthly retainer service, I have a specific process that I follow, and then each month I am assessing stats, telling you what content to write. And obviously, if you want to write one blog a month versus two, I'm telling you one title and one content piece to focus on. If you want to write two things, you can write two things. I do have another add-on, if you will, if you need content creation done for you. So I am writing blogs for some folks, but it's not going to be the base price, obviously, because now I'm writing content. But I have my monthly service and my Signature Start service. So price difference, Signature Start starts at $24.97, and that's for typically between a 5 to 8 page website. And then my Done For You retainer service starts at $5.97 a month. It will be jumping up to $6.97, I think, in June. So just trying to figure that part out. There's a 3-month commitment right now, but most people have best results with a 6-month commitment. So if you're looking to have your SEO done for you, those are two options for you that I do have. Now, it is limited to Squarespace users. If you have a WordPress website or a Wix website, you can still reach out to me. I have referrals for you, but if you want me to do your SEO for you, it will be on a Squarespace website only. So once again, if you are not interested in SEO school and you didn't sign up for SEO school because you generally just don't want to do it yourself, I hear you. A-okay, glad you know that. It's very valuable to know what you don't want to do and how you don't want to spend your time. With that being said, if you do want to capitalize on SEO and you aren't sure where to go, I've got you. Those two services can be super, super helpful. And I think, people really find value in both of them. I've seen, traffic increases for both of them initially, like very, very quickly. So they're both very, very good options if you want to take advantage of SEO and just don't want to do it yourself and don't want to learn it yourself. So the way to get started with that, book a discovery call with me. And you can also download my service brochure to see all of the details about the things, but book a discovery call with me. We can chat. My SEO retainer, the $5.97 a month, is currently on a wait list. So I have an opening in May that I believe I have filled, but then I should have either another opening in May or one in June. So stay tuned. If you are interested in that, the best way to get started is to book a discovery call with me, because that's how you'll be able to add yourself to the wait list. My signature start, I have availability in May, June, and July right now. So I do have openings in the next couple months. I would jump on them as fast as you can though, because I know they will fill pretty quickly. So, and that's not like a sales technique. That's just me saying like I have discovery calls coming up and I have people asking about that type of stuff. So please book a discovery call. Lastly, this is kind of fun. A little birdie, aka me, wants to let you know that I will be a presenter for Pelvic Floor University. So Sarah Reardon and Jess Rael have Pelvic Floor University together, and they have invited me to do a talk. I won't release all of the details right now because they have not released their marketing materials yet, but when they do, you will know. But stay tuned. If you are a pelvic floor healthcare provider, I will be in Pelvic Floor University for a course that they will be hosting through their platform. So stay tuned. It will be in late April. I am super excited. When they reached out, I was definitely delighted and super pumped to join them and be able to give a presentation to their community. So if you are already in that community, amazing. And if you are not, check it out. All right. I think that's it. I think that's all I've got for life and business and all the things. I'm just going to take a quick drink and then we will get started. Also, if you've been around in my community for a bit, you know how much I like Reign, the energy drink Reign. So I bought some and now I have like concentration juice to the max. So welcome. I'm drinking Reign. So here we go. All right. So let's talk. We're going to talk about courses. So I have a lot of people who reach out about building a course and how to build a course, what you need to build a course, where do you build the course, how much time does it take to build the course. And I'm going to go through that stuff today. It's literally impossible for me to go through all of the details. It's already been 16 minutes. I like to keep these underneath 30 minutes. So I'm not going to dive deep into like all of the details of the thing, because we can book a coaching call to talk about your specific details. But I'm going to give you the things that I feel like you need to know before you say, I'm going to build a course, and then go for it, just so we can set some expectations, time expectations, outcomes, what have you. So I have a list of things, and I also have some references that I'll make as far as like, go check this out, because I've already posted it somewhere else and I want you to take a look there. So first and foremost, when we talk about building a course, I want you to expect that it will take 5 times the amount that you assume it will take. I say this because I've built courses before. I've watched other people build courses, and a couple of our LextraMind clients just went through building a course, and it takes a long time. And however much time you're allotting in your head, I want you to times that by 5 and understand that, yes, if you're a deadlines person, you should set a deadline, but know that you should be very relaxed in the process, meaning don't set a deadline for next week if you know that's going to be impossible. Building a course, getting out all the assets, building the offer, the landing page, the emails, all the things like that takes a lot of time. So just understand the videos in general take a long time. So just understand that I would set aside 5 times the amount of time that you think you need. So that way you can have a realistic expectation of how long this process will be. Number 2, use Kajabi. Kajabi is built for courses. It is built for module-based courses. So if you're building a course and it has modules, use Kajabi. The functionality within Kajabi is very, very good. It makes the user experience very good. And honestly, I've moved so many people from other platforms to Kajabi that I can confidently say that Kajabi in general, it is more expensive because it is better, period. And the other thing too is like when you think about cost, if you really map out the cost of Kajabi versus something like Teachable, Thinkific, what have you, the pricing is actually relatively similar because you're getting a lot more with Kajabi from all of the things that I've experienced. So use Kajabi. And if you don't use Kajabi, you can't complain when other platforms don't do what you need them to do. I am telling you straight up, Kajabi does all the things that you could possibly need it to do. So use Kajabi. I know it's expensive, but use Kajabi for your course. ConvertKit for email marketing, always. So the big thing is people will try to use a platform, regardless of what platform it is, for all of the things. So for instance, there's platforms out there that serve as your email marketing system, your course software, and your website. Typically, these things are not great. So we have to use the software that is built for the thing. So for instance, Kajabi is built for courses, ConvertKit is built for email marketing, Squarespace is built for websites. So they are all built for these specific things. When we try to have something do everything, it's going to excel in one area and be not that great in others. So people will often say, like, I want to build a course on Kajabi. Shouldn't I just use Kajabi email marketing? I would say no, because ConvertKit is easy to link. It links perfectly with Kajabi. The integration is literally, one click and some numbers. And there's better sender reputation, and you can do a lot on ConvertKit. And like the customization on ConvertKit's the best. Tags are the best. Building landing pages. ConvertKit in general is just the best email marketing system. So when it is able to connect directly with Kajabi and have a direct integration without needing something like Zapier or what have you, please use it. So Kajabi for courses, ConvertKit for email marketing. The reason we need to use an email marketing software and why I bring that up is because we have to be able to connect the purchase of a product with a post-purchase email. So when someone buys something, they have to get an email from you that says, hey, thanks for buying, yada, yada, yada. So you need to have an email marketing system that connects with your learning platform, Kajabi and ConvertKit, period. Love them, the best, period. They make your life easier, I promise. Number 4. So number four is going to be kind of a quick one, but if you're expecting to build a course and just have it like be evergreen, right? And just live on your website and sell itself, I'm just going to tell you that's not how it works. You might want to consider rethinking this and getting some strategy around this. So the first thing I'm going to recommend is Shantae for a Maestro meeting. She can give you realistic online business coaching and expectations to set around this course launch that you want to launch, and also help you decide, is this the right thing to launch? Because is that what your community wants? Is that what you need? Is it worth your time? Are you creating something that you're actually being asked to create by your people? So I'm going to recommend a Maestro meeting there. And I send all of my clients to her first when they say, I want to build a course. And then I say, well, have you gotten coaching around this yet? Because you need some strategy, 1 around the course itself, and 2 around the selling component. So book a meeting there. The other thing is people will say that they don't know how to organize their course. So for instance, if you have a topic you want to teach about, you might not know what to put in the course first and then what to end the course with, what to put in the middle. Shantae is also very good at that, and she likes doing that. So again, if you are looking to build a course, I would recommend booking a Maestro meeting first so you can get logistics and coaching around the actual course component, meaning laying out the course and what should be taught in what order, and also the coaching around the online business component of, should I make this? How do I sell this? What are the expectations of this? What have you? Because she is the best to coach that, and I send all my people there because, like I said, I've said it in previous podcasts, I've said it in posts, I don't like to be like, yes, I'll build your course for you on Kajabi, because I will. I love doing that. But if you haven't had coaching around it, I want to make sure that you're using your money in the best way, right? Like, I'm not here to take your money if you haven't had coaching around making a course and what goes into that and what that means and how to launch it and all the things. So coaching is key. And I'll put a link to the Maestro meeting in the show notes. Number 5 is one that I really feel strongly about after moving people from other platforms. So whenever you're going to build out a course, what I would do is build your course out in Google Drive first, in modules, and put all of the content in each module folder. So build out the complete course, the videos, the PDFs, the slides, the audio, the handouts, and what have you, everything for each module, the graphics even, so all the course graphics, everything into a Google Drive folder, module 1, module 2, module 3, module 4, the titles of the modules, the content within the modules, everything into a Google Drive folder. Because what I've found happens is people upload them directly into their course software. And then if they ever need to, let's just say, leave the software because they change from like Teachable to Kajabi, for instance, it's hard to find all of the things. And sometimes you can't download the content. So there might be videos that you can't download, so you need to go find the original. Well, if the original was made 3 years ago, it might be very difficult to find. So to save your time, just lay out the course first in Google Drive and then lay the course out into something like Kajabi. It just will save your time in the long run. And lastly, this one is one I'm not going to go through bit by bit. So you need a lot of assets for a course, things that you don't necessarily think about, things that come up when you essentially build the course out and you're like, oh my God, I need this and this and this. I have made an Instagram post that goes through all of the assets that you need to build a course. You can go there, check it out, just so you can kind of time out. Like I said, number one, expect it to take 5 times the amount of you assume it will take. You can map out how much time you think it will take and then multiply it by 5. So just go check out that post. I'll link it in the show notes because I just think people just don't know, and it's okay that you don't know. But after you've gone through it and after you build it, you will look back and say, oh my God, there were so many things I didn't know I needed. And just having a general list of the things that you typically will need can help you set aside the time to actually make the thing. Now, lastly, before I wrap us up, I do want to say the thing is with Kajabi, anybody can figure it out. You can definitely go to the help articles. You can do all the things. I will say that if you are looking for someone to do a once-over and an audit before you launch your course or to build your course for you, what have you, I do this within my business. So I can build your course for you. I can link up ConvertKit and Kajabi and make all the things happen and link your sales page up with your offers, with your post-purchase email. I love doing that stuff. I also love to just do a once-over. So I do coaching calls and I do once-overs of folks' Kajabi accounts to make sure all of the settings are correct in the back end before they launch. It's just helpful to have another set of eyes on it and go through everything to make sure it's all set up correctly. So that way you don't need to change things or move things or, correct an error that didn't have to happen. So if you're interested in that, as always, you can email me. You can also DM me on Instagram. You can just go on my website and book a coaching call or a discovery call, what have you. So let me know what questions you have around that. Okay. Every time I record a podcast, I feel like I'm like breathing heavy, like I need to go do cardio. It's just like a lot and I don't know why. It makes me laugh. Okay. That's all I've got for you. I told you I'd keep it underneath 30 minutes. Hopefully, life updates and everything took 15 and this took 15. We're golden. That's all I've got. I am super grateful you listened. Let me know if you have any questions about building courses and what have you, Kajabi, coaching, all the things around that. Check out the links that I posted, the Meister meeting, the links for the assets post, and all of the business updates links will also be in the show notes, so check those out. And all right, I'm going to wrap us up. I'm going to awkwardly end this as always. Thank you so much for listening. I will catch you next time.